This is part 2 of our lesson on the Tagalog ENCLITIC particle, lang. Kumusta po kayo? Welcome back. We are continuing our discussion on the ENCLITIC particle, lang, which is part of a huge chapter on the Tagalog ENCLITIC particles. If you have missed part 1, do check it out. The link is in the description box down below. In the last video, we have learned that the enclitic particle lang is also an adverb equivalent to the English only or just. We have learned that the particle lang is used in expressing little value of something, limiting an action to a specific subject, limiting possession to a specific object, entrusting something to someone. In this video, we will cover the other uses of the particle lang, including expressing a narrow focus of time, expressing a narrow focus of location, and expressing a narrow focus of action. So, tara, simulan na natin. Let's begin. Let's get it on with our examples, starting with expressing a narrow focus of time. This is when you wish to express something happening during a very narrow time frame. For example, kailan lang, just recently. Ngayon lang, just today. Just this time, only today. Ngayong araw lang, just this day. Only for this day. Mamaya lang, just later. Only for later. Mamayang gabi lang, just later tonight, only for later tonight. Bukas lang, just for tomorrow, only for tomorrow. Sa Lunes lang, just for Monday, only for Monday. Sa isang linggo lang, just for next week, only for next week. Sa umaga lang, just in the morning, only in the morning. Sa tanghali lang, just during midday, only at midday. Sa gabi lang, just in the evening, only in the evening. Ayos ba? Next is expressing a narrow focus of location. This works best with combining the particle lang with demonstrative pronouns. Here are some examples. Ito lang, just this one. Iyan lang, just that one. Iyon lang, just that one over there. Dito lang, just here, just put it here. Diyan lang, just there, just put it there. Doon lang, just over there, just put it over there. Nandito lang, it's just here. Nandiyan lang, it's just there. Nandoon lang, it's just over there. Heto lang, this is the only one. Ayan lang, that is the only one. Ayun lang, that over there is the only one. Ganito lang, just like this. Ganiyan lang, just like that. Ganoon lang, just like that over there. Cool? Our next set of examples are on expressing a narrow focus of action. This works best with verbs. Combining verbs with the particle lang conveys that the subject is doing a specific action and nothing else. Let's start with our simple sentences with imperative verbs or the form that commands or requests someone to do an action. Here goes. Kumain ka lang. You just eat. Makinig ka lang. You just listen. Matulog ka lang. You just go to sleep. Manood ka lang. You just watch. Tumahimik ka lang. You just be quiet. Now, let's try using the same verb, but this time in the completed aspect or when the action has already taken place. Kumain ka lang. You only ate. Nakinig lang ako. I just listened. Natulog lang kami. We just slept. Nanood lang siya. He or she just watched. Tumahimik lang sila. They just kept quiet. Notice that the placement of the second person pronoun ka is different compared to the rest of the pronouns. Notice too that kumain and tumahimik were used in the earlier examples on the imperative verbs. If you've seen the chapter on verbs, you'll know that both are verbs and as such have the same form for infinitive, imperative, and completed forms. Moving on. Let's move on to the progressive aspect or when the action is currently happening. Kumakain lang ako. I am just eating. Nakikinig lang siya. He or she is just listening. Natutulog lang sila. They are just sleeping. Nanonood lang kami. We are just watching. Tumatahimik lang tayo. We are just being quiet. Lastly, let's take a look at the contemplative aspect or when the action is about to occur. Here goes. Kakain ka lang. You will only eat. Makikinig lang ako. I will only listen. Matutulog lang siya. He or she will only sleep. Manonood lang kami. We will just watch. Tatahimik lang tayo. We will just keep quiet. Ayos ba? I hope by now that you're getting a sense of how the particle lang is used. Just remember, with lang, the main idea of a phrase is confined to a narrowed down or limited space. Let me end with some random expressions using the particle lang, some of which are dependent on context. Here are some. Sige lang. Go ahead. Hindi lang. Not only. Hindi lang maganda, matalino pa. Not only pretty, but smart too. Ayaw lang. Someone just doesn't like it. Ayaw lang niya. He or she just doesn't like it. He or she just doesn't want to do it. Tama lang. Just right. Tama lang ang lasa. The taste is just right. So there you have it. We have just completed our discussion on the enclitic particle lang. I hope this video and the last video gave you a very good idea on how the particle lang is used and how it adds flavor and texture into a Tagalog phrase or sentence. Please do hit the like button because that's gonna help in making this channel grow. We will continue to talk more about Tagalog enclitic particles in the next videos. I hope you catch those and I will see you then. Maraming salamat po at hanggang sa susunod.